For All the Dogs just came out, and there's a lot of mixed opinions going around, but if one thing's for certain, there is a couple beats on here that go absolutely crazy. So we're going to be breaking down exactly how those were made. In fact, I'm curious if this has hit any of the top charts. So the album's projected to hit #1 on Billboard, but you never really know. I guess the projections are 400 to 450K album units sold, but we're not here for Billboard. We're here to make some crazy beats. So one of the most fire beats on this album for me was Fear of Heights. And this was produced by OZ, Nick D, Pooh Beatz, XY Nothing, and BNYX. He's actually on a few of the other records as well. But let's jump over and take a look at how this beat was made. The beat starts off kind of slow, but when it drops in, it really comes in, and it's got a nasty synth lead. Super simple, but it goes hard. Let's add a little bit of wobble in here. However, another synth does come in after 8 bars, and it's a little more complex. Well, not much. Sounds ridiculous. We'll tighten it up a little bit here. We're going to layer this up with another snare. When you're layering snares, it can be helpful to pick one that has a better high end. That's what I picked this one for right here. And you can see I'm actually just leaving room for the other snare to dominate this lower mid range. And this one, I'm just letting it go wild, just boosting it in a couple different areas, and together they sound great. And what we can do is group these together and add a little bit of compression or soft clipping to get them to really sound like they're one unit. We could take this open hat and drag it back so it just gets the transient. Well, that one's got a belly on her. And they do a little roll right here on the very last quarter bar. And the award for the most used 808 goes to... And we could just copy down the kick pattern here. Let's go ahead and legato all of these. I knew Southside was on Daylight as soon as I heard it, but we also have Smart, Certified, T9C, and Lil SO. This melody sounds like a really washed out bell, but I really think it's a lead and a bell combined. Let's try this out. This is going to give it a little bit of rhythm, so it doesn't just feel like it's one string of notes. We could copy this down, and let's actually go down an octave with these notes, and we'll just find a bell. Here's a pluck. Let's hear them together now. And then on the next 8 bars, some vocals come in. Hoo-hoo. I mean, those sound absolutely crazy. We're not going to be able to find the exact same thing, but Arcade does have some crazy vocals for trap beats. And they're using a really nice distorted spin sound. Something like that. And we'll just take this up an octave at the end. We need a really tight kick with a nice transient. Let's actually head all the way back to the Toxic Wasteland kit. We got the Fuego. And I like that they do a little jumpy kick right here. Let's combine some more snares. We're gonna do these two. Can make these rolls sound super crispy if we just copy these up an octave as well. Of course, we're going to turn these velocities down a little bit, but check this out. And of course, BNYX gave us a banger with I Don't Give a F with a Sebastian Shaw. And there's some sauce in these melodies that I'm excited to share with you guys. But for the first one, he's using kind of like a basic synth saw sort of a deal. And one thing you can do in Serum if you want to use the velocity is we can go ahead and take this and you can put this on the level, or you could really put this wherever you want. And so now when we do the velocities in our MIDI, they're going to go up and down in level. And really, this melody is just descending in notes. And we're adding a halftime for some fullness right here, and we just grouped it and made another layer, so we just have the two layers on top of each other. And then this switches up to a crazy sounding lead. And that's how simple it is, but instead of having this D note play in this one, what we can do is we can copy this track and we'll play this D note in a separate track. We're actually going to use the wobble on RC20 and we're going to go ahead and modulate that. One other cool thing you can do in Serum is if you want to get that gliding sound, like it's gliding between the notes. It sounds like it's gliding between them, but they're not overlapping at all. So what you can do is you can go in here, you can turn on Always, and you can turn the portamento up until you get it to your liking. Yep. And they went for a bouncy hi-hat pattern, something like this. Again, we're using a little transient of the open hat. This is a really dope trick that just makes it sound really cool. They also used a little bass pluck. You can kind of hear it in the background. We can use our Detroit bass pluck for that. So whatever you thought about the album, these beats went hard. And if you haven't joined our Discord yet, get in there. Like, this is the best place to collaborate and meet other producers like yourself. And if you guys want to get your 808s to absolutely bust through the mix, you're definitely going to want to check out this video next.